Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place to find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Health and Wellness Day. We're here with my co-host, Ms. Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And I'm Tara Lena from California Cover-Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. Today, our guest host is Ms. Robin Shimizu, who's going to be talking to us about Brenna, whom I'm going to let her introduce. I don't want to be a spoiler. So welcome, Robin. Welcome, Brenna. And Robin, I'm going to let you take it away from here.
Good morning, you guys. Always good to see you.
Good morning.
Good morning, ladies.
I have Brenna today. Brenna and I met, a couple of years ago, I think, at a training, and we've kept in touch over the years and gotten actually closer as the years have gone on. But what Brenna does, she's a mother of three, and she's a very hardworking mother and has 3 businesses. But today we're going to talk about Norwex, which is I'll let Brenna introduce herself, please, and give us a little bit about your background, how you got into Norwex and why, and a little bit about the product and what it does.
Thank you.
Fantastic products.
Thank you so much, Robin. I really appreciate you ladies having me on today. A little bit about my background is busy parents, busy mom, right? We have a lot of challenges throughout the house, daily living, taking care of our family, and having to get things done in a timely and efficient manner. But sometimes what we were typically used to didn't really give me the results that I was looking for. And when I discovered something called a chicken test, that kind of set me like, holy cow, what I was traditionally using didn't actually do what it said it was going to do. So I'll touch a little bit on that later. So as a parent of 3 children, and I have a severe special needs child, I have to be conscientious more than I want to about what I was using to care for our family and our home. And I like to care for people. I like to share knowledge. Originally I went to school to be a social worker, and I got my degree in that. But my daughter came and she was like, "You're my social worker now. You're my personal." So in essence, having to care for our family is a daily, day in and day out task, right? But spray and wait might not always give us our results. And then I went and utilizing the regular chemicals. You have to open up your doors when you're cleaning your wood floors, because the spray, I used to be very adamant on using my Endest. But the chemicals, when I learned over time as respiratory problems started to kick in, and just more frequent illnesses, and dealing with my daughter, I was trying to figure out other options, how to be able to take care, but while also doing it effectively and efficiently. So having found natural cleaners, so I'm going to use my baking soda, my essential oils for fragrance, because we typically don't want to use fragrances since there are 65 different compounds in them that they don't have to say what's in their recipes that they utilize in their chemicals, say like in Lysol fragranced items or whatever other cleaning products that we're usually used to. But fragrance, in essence, the concoction that it has can have endocrine disrupting effects and affect our hormone imbalances and such like that. So being able to share with people how to take control of and get the results that they're looking for by finding healthier solutions was my goal. Not just for my family, but after I found Norwex, it was that I discovered something and I felt everyone needed to know about it. Especially busy business, parents, and individuals. So, yeah, that's a little bit of my history. And
so I'd like to recap. Okay, Terry, somebody's volume is really hot. Okay, so what I'd like to do is kind of recap. So, Brenna, you have a special needs child, and you needed a way to be able to clean your home and to do it in a way that was effective yet not harmful.
Right, because of respiratory issues, and then also after discovering the respiratory issues that some stuff causes, I also inadvertently discovered all of the skin conditions some of the products can cause. Bleach, for instance, suppresses our immune system to function at full capacity, and I used to use that regularly. So once you discover that what we traditionally use and are familiar with, because our parents used it and everyone that we know, our aunts and uncles used it, you read the back of the instructions and it says you have to leave it on the surface for 6 minutes in order for it to disinfect and 10 minutes for it to sanitize. So I never did that. I never took the time to read those instructions. I just used it just how everyone else used it historically. So then, as I said, I moved to try to move towards natural stuff, but using my bleach, my vinegar, my baking soda, my vinegar, and essential oils just left a residue on the surface, just collecting more dust. When you collect more dust, it just makes more work. If you use only water, it's essentially going to evaporate and leave you with a clean surface. And that's what Norwex does for you.
Okay, so we've gotten, okay, somebody needs to turn their volume down to half, please. If everybody could check that. Make sure your volume is at half. Okay, so like on the computer volume. So what you're saying is that if we just get real simple, get back to basics like water,
yes,
it'll be a lot healthier for us.
Yes, but not without revolutionary science behind it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the things, if I can interject here, because I've had the benefit of having some education by Brenna, one of the things that she can do is she can come into your home and help you figure out she'll explain why these products are so much better than what you're getting out of the drugstores or out of the grocery stores and off the shelves, because they are so safe, and there's so much bacteria out there that we don't even know about. And she has these demonstrations that she can do for people that's like eye-opening in terms of how much germs are in our homes, that we think our homes are clean, but they're not. So it's really quite, I don't know. I was like, oh my God, I was shocked when I heard part of her presentation once about what's in the kitchen, right? So I don't know, Brenna, how you were going to approach your presentation or how you're going to discuss this, but there's so much to talk about. She has so much knowledge. So what were you going to concentrate on this morning for us?
She mentioned something about a chicken test, and I was like, okay, wait, what's a chicken test?
Right. So typically, when I do a Norwex presentation, I will share the efficacy of our cloths, which Robin mentioned that it's she loves her cloth, right? And this product is FDA approved to remove 99.9% of bacteria from the surface with only using water.
Wow.
You can only put stuff on your products, on the packaging, if that entity deems it appropriate and they have done the testing. So I know there's people that don't like the FDA, I for one, but at the same time, we have to balance science, right? We have to balance knowledge with science and find a happy medium for ourselves. So in essence, Our microfiber cloths are 1/200th of a human hair, as opposed to the industry standard of 1/6 or 1/5 or 1/4 of a human hair. That's everything that we buy in the store. It's 1/6 or less of a human hair. And that's what the industry says is microfiber. So our microfiber is 1/200th of a human hair. So you take that human hair and you splice it 200 times, and it's one single thread. It's not cut up pieces of thread that's woven into a cloth. It's one single thread that stretches from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. They only use it just like that, and then they infuse it with silver. And silver and copper and brass have historically been used throughout history for their antibacterial or antimicrobial efficacy.
Okay, so I'm still hearing echo.
I turned mine down to half.
Take it down a little lower, and Robin, check yours as well, please.
I'm at 50.
I'm at 34.
Okay. I'm not sure where the echo is coming from, unless it's on. Does somebody have Facebook or something on another device? Or anyway. So now we have the cloth that is infused with silver and copper.
Silver. Not copper.
Okay, infused with silver, which is a natural ingredient that's going to help us clean without the use of chemicals and other synthetics. So we have a simpler way of getting the house clean and getting our areas clean without introducing harmful components.
Toxins.
Yeah,
to our environment.
Yeah.
Yes.
To the environment and to us, pretty much.
Yes, because we have bioaccumulation also to consider whenever we're using our personal care and our home care products.
Okay. Now, so here on our show, we always are doing stuff. What is whatever you just said?
Bioaccumulation?
Yeah, what is that? Please?
That's the everyday use of a single product. So the FDA, that government entity, is in essence says that this product is safe to use with this percentage of this ingredient on a daily basis. But they don't say that you have a body burden over this duration of using it. And that's bioaccumulation. So your body burden of what your skin, because it takes you 26 seconds to absorb whatever you put on your skin. And no matter what.
Okay, so that means it's an accumulation of, it's like us keep piling on and keep piling on and keep piling on. Is that like
yes.
Okay. All right. So
bioaccumulation.
Okay. Because, we just want to keep it in English. So we want to not be piling on and on to ourselves toxic chemicals over and over again, which is probably what we've been doing for years by using chemicals such as bleach and other things.
The over-the-counter.
Okay.
And let me ask this. So what I hear you saying also, and let me see if I understand this, is that the more often we use it on a surface, the more it accumulates on that surface. And our ability to tolerate that accumulation has a level that we are exceeding.
Yes, and especially on our personal biome.
Okay, on us personally.
Because I like to make stuff simple for you.
I know. So
like a windshield, and you keep putting crap on your windshield, thinking that it's cleaning the windshield, when in fact all it's doing is accumulating.
Yeah. And that's not for every single product that's over the counter.
Yeah.
It's just
probably the ones that they've been. It's probably the ones they've been pitching at us.
And I've been trying to. I wasn't trying to explain every product. I was just trying to see if I understood what you meant by the bio
accumulation. Yeah, and I think that I think you summed it up pretty well. So Brenna, we need to do something about it. And so you're saying the Norwex cloth. I'm still interested in that chicken test.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's hear about
Well, wait a minute. Let's clear up the cloth first, because I may need to buy one of these suckers.
Yes, because I was just like, huh.
I'm like, what? I can, and plus it's going to save me money because all I'm doing is adding water.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Brenna.
Water and then just.
Water and what?
I'm sorry.
Water and.
Just add water and what?
Just add water
to the cloth, and I can clean my bathroom. I can clean the kitchen. So I'm assuming there's different cloths for different functions, and I'm like, huh. I'm thinking I need a couple of cloths.
Yes. So I showed you a gray cloth. Robin has, I don't know if she has a gray cloth, but we have different color cloths for the idea that our mental state is we can't use the same cloth that we use in the bathroom that we use in the kitchen. However, for this chicken demo, I demonstrate in person through hostess events that it does not cross-contaminate. So you could literally go from your bathroom to your kitchen and I wipe the chicken on the glass that I have in hand, and then I'll go and wipe their mirror, whatever's closer. And then I have a swab that we utilize that the health department goes through restaurants and goes and checks for cleanliness of the surface. And if that surface comes back with protein positive, which is what the swab is by ProClean, they're swabs that we get directly from the manufacturer. And ProClean swabs detect protein present on a surface. If it's purple, protein is present. If it's green, the surface is clean. So I use this raw chicken that I rub on one surface. I wipe it with the cloth. Then I move to another surface and I wipe that surface with that same cloth on the same exact side. And then I swab the surface that I wiped with chicken to show that it picked it up.
Okay. So to summarize, the cloth can, you won't, because see, I worked in a hospital, and the thing that we had to do is like, if whatever you use to wipe one thing, you couldn't use it to wipe something else because you would be reintroducing the germs over there on that surface. So what I hear you saying is that those Norworks cloths will allow you can use them from surface to surface, and they won't transfer the contaminants. Now, I agree. In your mind, we have a phobia. We'd be like, look, can't use the rag from the bathroom to the kitchen. And I get that. But what I hear you saying is that this product, even though we could technically do it, it's that powerful and simple that I can have one rag and do what I need to do.
Yes, okay. But for your
sanity,
for my sanity as a parent.
Yes, for the sanity.
we have different colors.
Cool.
So you'll color code your house. Okay. You can say, I got yellow for the bathroom, I have gray for the kitchen, or green for the kitchen, and so on. And so you can be able to control that mental state.
So you don't be freaking out. Okay, so do they come in packs of 3? Or
they come in packs of 4.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Yeah. And then
do we have to have a party to buy one?
No, you don't have to have a party. The great thing is that recently I had a hostess, and I said, okay, here's what you earned for hosting a party. And she got to the level that allows you to earn the first kit. And she goes, I showed her what everything was, and she goes, this is too much to give me. I was like, no, this is how we thank our hostesses for hosting and sharing with theirs nearest and dearest to them. She got so much stuff. She was so surprised by what she received that she was speechless. She was like, this is just too much. Are you sure this is for me? Yes. So hosting and sharing with those nearest and dearest gets you a product that you don't have to be able to say, I don't want to pay $65 for a 4-pack.
Well, I would, because I wouldn't have the time to host. So I would be happy to pay the $65 for a 4-pack and wouldn't blink. Because what we're talking about now, see, I can see you helping other mompreneurs with this product and helping them build a business doing that. Because I'm already running a few businesses, I think I would happily pay you the $65 and would just and still talk about you to other people. I just not. You understand what I mean? I'm not necessarily
and that's totally that's a good option too, and I totally understand because yes, we are busy and time is money. So I like to save people time and money, whichever way seems fit for you. Additionally, we do have the microfiber cloths that will clean 90% of your home. We have 2 cloths, we call them Batman and Robin.
Okay.
And Batman cleans up the surface, Robin cleans it to a streak-free shine. So say you have stainless steel, you have glass, you have mirrors, you have sliding screen doors, they will take care and just wipe it away. We do a butter demo. Ever take grease off a window, off a mirror? So much fun.
Yes,
so it does it in a fraction of the time that it took me before to do it with the traditional over-the-counter products. And that's what I liked about it. And then that's how I said everybody should know about it and help them save time and money and have more time to spend either on their businesses, with their family, with their loved ones. And then also, if whatever the microfiber can't tackle, we have products, the other 10% of our company, we have products that can help you tackle those challenges as well, like mold and mildew removers. Our laundry detergent is a great multi-purpose degreaser, and I've used that before. So we have other products that can also tackle other challenges that the microfiber can't tackle just alone. And that's the other 10%.
I think this is good because it allows us to be more, help our families a little bit better health-wise. Because we never knew. So at my house, we used to clean the bathroom with ammonia. But I was always taught never mix the ammonia and the bleach. Okay, I shouldn't have to have a chemical lesson to clean the house, right? But we had to have that chemical lesson. Okay, don't mix the bleach and the ammonia, but you can do this and this. And we're sitting up there making bombs and stuff in the house.
Well, Elise says these cloths are amazing. I haven't used Windex since I purchased them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. We got a testimonial going here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, you're right. When I found Norwex, and the only reason why I found Norwex was because my daughter had a hip surgery, and I was in the house for 2 months, and she had 1 more month to go, and I was like, I got invited to a cleaning party, but I already know how to clean. I don't need to be told how to clean. I'm just going to go for my break. My husband said, go ahead and go. He watched the boys and my daughter, and I went and took off. And when I got there, I was listening to her, and I said, if you can take off 4-year-old Sharpie marker off of my dining room table that I bought so many chemicals for to try to eliminate it, and my table was only 3 months old when I had gotten it. My husband let the kids stencil the alphabet, didn't pay attention to what marker they were using.
Oh, wow.
And one whole side of my table had the alphabet. He said, I have heard of it taking away 1-year-old Sharpie marker, but not 4-year-old. I said, okay, you know what? I'll host a party. So reluctantly, I was amazed with the chicken demo because a week before I had cleaned out my fridge because chicken had dripped everywhere, and I cleaned them out with the traditional tub of wipes that we all have. But they don't disinfect unless it's left wet for 8 minutes. Okay. And who wipes for 8 minutes the same thing over and over again for 8 minutes? I know I didn't. And then you leave a film on the surface, and I used to use them on my kids' tray, when they were toddlers eating in a high chair. I used to use them on the tray. Oh, yeah, and then I never wiped the surface. We don't think about those things originally. So we're just kind of adding to their little body burden. over time.
wow.
So she came, removed the Sharpie marker from my table. I was sold after that. I used to be a clearance shopper. I had 5 boxes of chemicals, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I went to the dump, and I said, I'm going to dump these. And they said, you can't dump that. That's hazardous material.
Yeah. And she's right.
So we're literally have been making supplies throughout our home to try to tackle our challenges, and we wind up with an arsenal of stuff that half works and half doesn't work, and we're wasting money in that aspect. So the next option would be natural products, which just left more work for me, and so I found a happy medium with Norwex.
We don't realize what we have going on in the house, and we appreciate you taking the time to come and talk to us about this, because we don't think about it. We just go grab something and start spraying.
I did.
And because you want it clean, and you're like, oh my gosh, what can I do? And before we had everything convenient in a bottle, you had to mix it up yourself and do the cleaning, but not knowing that we are all the while putting a burden on our bodies that we probably didn't need to. And now that we can back that away, we can now stop adding chemicals and things to the house, living synthetic free. Yes.
So I use a lot of resources to, I have a printout that I have from University, UC Davis, that they recommend using microfiber throughout their hospitals, and you notice a lot of hospitals have changed to microfiber, but it's just the 1/6 or less microfiber. So imagine the cleaning power you have. And the nice thing about the silver, what the silver does is it inhibits bacterial growth. So the silver inhibits the cell from producing that stinky stench that we're all familiar with.
Yeah.
And so that's why the silver is in there. Now, it's not antibacterial cleaning your surface. It's 1/200th of a microfiber lifting everything off of the surface, trapping it in the core of the cloth. The silver goes to work to inhibit bacterial growth over time. So the cellular walls are the protectors of what's inside the brain of that cell, right? The cell wall gets broken down by silver as it becomes in contact over a 24-hour period, and I have not had a stinky cloth since I've owned it.
So do you wash it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and then once you're done, I just rinse them out under the water, hang them to dry, open, hang it over a towel bar or whatever, and then after a week of use, I'll put it in the wash to wash it.
And
same cloth for a week.
And then, so when you put it in the wash to wash it, what are we washing with? We probably need to get some detergent that is not.
Has no.
I was going to say a name, but I'm not. Okay, that has no what?
That does not have. So it's recommended to use a detergent that does not have oxy brighteners, bleach, fragrances, synthetic fragrances. No ammonia, no toxic.
Where did you get that?
Well, because I do know that Seventh Heaven or something, you can get
Seventh Generation.
Seventh Generation, yes, and I think that's at Target. And then we could also get the Seventh Generation. Then there's whatever. Do you all offer a?
We do.
Okay.
And it's a 2-pound bag, and you can get 150 to 175 loads out of 1 2-pound bag. Our detergent is super concentrated. I have used it to degrease those vents. Those vents that go in for your over the stove thing that suck all the stink as you're cooking. So mine was greasy and fuzzy after 8 years, and I couldn't find replacements. So you can actually use that detergent as a degreaser with a boiling pot of hot water with something like that in that situation to degrease your items, and it works great. We also have a mattress cleaner. Since we can't wash our mattresses, 90% of people are allergic to the dust mite feces, but that's how we wake up with sneezing and itchy throats and coughing in the morning. That's the dust mites can have a health effect on our bodies as well. And so our mattress cleaner allows us to be able to spray it, and it's enzyme based. So enzymes encapsulate whatever organic matter that the dust mites like to eat.
So,
right?
So
and we break it down into CO2, and then that you're left with a cleaner mattress.
Okay, so pretty much we just need to get something, to get a product that's going to take care of the dust mites, and we just need more bio-friendly products in our homes. And you have a solution for that.
Yes.
Okay.
And all the challenges that we encounter while caring for our home, not damaging what we have, because I've damaged some furniture because I thought this product was for that. Some people are like, oh yeah, use lemon essential oil on your surface. No, it breaks down the finish. So even though natural stuff can still damage our surfaces, it's a lot easier when you can take control of that. And that's what Norwex gives you, the control to know what to use.
I'm going to be happy because I can wash my stainless steel refrigerator with all the fingerprints all over it, and not have to spend the money on those tubs of wipes.
Well, it's a wax on, wax off for stainless steel, right?
Right, and so that's what I'm saying. I would have the cloth instead of buying the wipes. And however, so I'm looking on the economics. If
Exactly.
I pay for those cloths, I could just save myself a whole lot of time and money. Just buy don't buy the wipes, buy the cloths, because the cloths are reusable, where the wipes I'll keep buying and keep buying and keep buying.
Yeah, and then of course, Norwex helps you save time and money, but it also helps you with health and affecting the environment in a positive manner.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have the waste of the wipes. A lot of the landfills are complaining we're getting too much waste, and especially the treatment plants for. So the treatment plants are like, please don't throw those wipes in there. They're messing up our
They're clogging up
machines.
the drains.
Yeah, they're messing up our machines.
Segment on the news,
Mm-hmm.
Brenna, about, and they showed all those different so-called biodegradable wipes.
Yeah, they're
that
not.
had just wrapped around the thing and just clogged up the drains.
Yes. So by utilizing Norwex, you can eliminate that aspect of this a massive amount of waste that a lot of people don't know what to do with them. Because we're running out of land for landfills, we're running out of resources to be able to. So the next option is to go down on the waste that we produce.
Okay.
Norwex also gives you that option as well.
So we should be doing synthetic-free living is what we're looking to do. Live synthetic-free, people.
It's ideal. It helps us to not have to spend more money in the long run. And then less doctor's visits. We haven't had the flu for the 3 years after getting Norwex, so I only use it. And my kids, they take a travel umbrella cloth. Norovirus in our county was rampant. And I was like, you better wipe off your surface. If you get sick, don't cry. I told you.
That's funny. I know the teacher's going, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
My mom told me, don't get sick.
Yeah, okay.
The
And I have
Norwex they have personal products too. So like I have a cloth that literally is for my body.
Oh,
And I just use water
Yes.
on my body. So I don't use any soap on my skin. And it has so helped the dryness of your skin, and I have given a body cloth to every single member of my family because I just use it so much.
I'm happy to hear that you like it and you find it effective. That's another thing with Norwex is not just home care. We do have personal care, and I love our bath sheet towel that has silver, because they say that you don't wash your bathroom towels as often as you should, and sometimes for some towels, with all of the chemicals that we used to use, they would smell within one day, and just by getting wet, in essence, you know. But because the chemicals that we were used to using, they just are supposed to cover up what's on the towel. They didn't necessarily wash it, and so you would get all of this buildup in your fibers, and then it breaks down. Those chemicals break down those fibers and shorten the life expectancy of your clothes. In addition to the traditional detergents, they also have a film, a residue that gets left over in your machine, shortening the lifespan of your machine. So it's full of fillers, the typical stuff that we're used to using, and so eliminating that, we're able to better, but we also spend less money because we're giving everything a longer lifespan and keeping it looking new longer, or usable longer.
Wow.
So Robin's happy with her body cloths. I'm really happy because my daughter, sometimes I have to give her bed baths because I can't do a bath every single time, a full bath, because she requires a lift and transfer and chair. So the body cloths have been really helpful because they actually exfoliate the skin. And I know another consultant that actually is like an oncologist and helps take care of people with cancer. They, not oncologists, but they help treat the treatment of people with cancer. And they have some special sponge that they use to help the circulation in your skin, and that they rub them down. They said they like the cloth, the microfiber cloth, better than what the medical gives them, to be able to provide that, because it does help wake up and the skin to open up the vessels to be able to accept the blood flow. So that's cool.
Please be sure to put the information in the chat, Robin, in the Facebook chat, so that we can find out how to go and order the cloths and to learn more about Brenna's company, and because we want to be healthier, and if we can do it economically, and if we can do it where we can help ourselves and our families, because that's going to save a whole lot of drama,
grief, and frustration over time.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, I just need the cloth and then some detergent, and even with the dishwashing liquid and all of that. Do you have that available as well?
Yes, we have everything you need to care for your home.
Okay, that's good. So it's really something to think about. We talk about creating wealth, but we also need to maintain our health, and we need to do what we need to do.
Yes.
To do that.
This product solves both those problems, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's saving us money over time, and it's keeping our environment cleaner, so that we don't have to pay the doctor or the lawyer.
And we keep more of our money in our pocket.
Yes. Exactly.
And Brenna's a consultant, so she would be able to advise you, given what your issues might be or what your concerns might be, which are the best product for you to purchase. Because there are a variety of cloths and products and things like that. So I don't have everything, but over time I'm collecting them.
Exactly.
It's kind of like it's
Princess House.
Right.
And this is a better collection than the little dust collectors that
That's right.
Amen.
And then,
Dusting.
you know, the I call them dust collectors when you get all those cars and little figurines and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm done. But because my mom used to do Avon.
Yeah.
We had everything in the house. I was like, oh my gosh, every little
Trinket.
I was like, I can't do it. And then we had to keep it clean. I'm like, okay. So this also will help if we have people coming in. Like if you have housekeepers coming in, you can tell them what to use in your house. They don't need to bring their own chemicals with them. You can have your whole kit set up and tell them what you need them to do.
Yeah. Yes. So we have our dusting mitts, which work great for dusting the screens, even if you use them wet. They're like a mitt. They look like a glove, and you just go over the surface. You get two, and you can be a dusting ninja for all those knickknacks.
See? Now she just gave all of you people who collect the little knickknacks, she just gave you a way to keep them clean.
And then I love our floor care kit as well, because I used to have, so you're also gaining storage if you're only using something that doesn't add body burden over time, synthetic free. I used to have, because I have wood floors and tile floors and a carpet. Lots of stuff to store. So I had a broom, dustpan, the Swiffer, the dusting mop, the commercial size dusting mop, is big surface. And then a standard mop and bucket commercial. And then I would rinse my floors afterwards because the chemical that I was using would leave a film, and I would get sticky floor in 3 days. I had to rinse it. That gave me 5 days, and I still, not good enough for me. So I just didn't want more work. And I'm one to say I don't want more work. And I'm sure I'm right there with a lot of other individuals out there. So helping you to have more storage while eliminating your broom, your extra mops, your special mops. And I just used our floor. It's one mop. It's also universal because you can add the dusting wand to it and reach my high fan back there. Reach the top of those windows that builders like to put way up high, and how am I going to clean up there? So we have go right onto it, and everything is universal. It fits with each other. It works interchangeable, and helps you be able to freeze.
I think we're Brenna's signal is. I think we're having a signal issue. Okay, Brenna, I think Brenna's signal got a little choppy. Ah.
She's probably gonna
come back in. Robin, thank you for introducing Brenna. And there are so many things that we really don't know. Just you don't know what you don't know, and our bodies are so wonderful. They put up with a lot of crap, and I mean literally a lot of crap that we are running our bodies through, and us not recognizing that we're running our bodies through this. And now we can do something about it. I'm going to have to go shopping.
Yeah, so to me, it's a little expensive to get into the Norwex, but it's an investment. And so what I have is a cloth for the kitchen. I have a cloth for my bathrooms. So, because I can't get that in my head. I just
can't. Go ahead.
It makes me feel better to do that.
I like that. It makes me feel better.
The detergent, you can dilute it in water, and you can use it as a cleaning solution. Really diluted. I mean, it's quite incredible. So it's just sort of, and then there was a time when I was trying to get my tub clean. I have a brand new, well, not brand new, it's older now, but when I had my bathroom remodeled, my tub wouldn't shine for some reason. So I called Brenna and said, what do you have? And so she has this paste that I used on my tub. So it's kind of like if you have an issue, she can help you figure out how to fix that issue. And they have these little like square, like spongy things that you can use for your dishes. I mean, it's just amazing. It's really, really great. So I'll put her contact information into the chat. I think she has the website. And, if the viewers want to just contact her and just discuss whether or not they want her to come in to do a demonstration to friends and family, which is nice because then you're educating your friends and family about all of this too, because we all take it for granted that Pine Sol is what our parents used.
Yep, right? And the bleach. You can tell.
Ammonia and all of those chemicals, and now they're out of my house, so it's awesome.
And I have seen other people who are living chemical or synthetic free, and you kind of wonder, it's like, oh, okay, that's good for them, but they are one up on us because they're not breathing it in, they're not living it in, they're not experiencing all of the adverse effects that we are. Hey, Brenna, you're back.
You're back.
About that.
Oh, that was okay. Just probably a signal thing. It's okay.
Uh-huh.
So we just want to say thank you so much for bringing this enlightening information to us, and I will be reaching out to you because I need to get some products for my kitchen, for my house. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be really grateful to be able to help you out with that.
Cool. So, ladies, any more questions for Brenna? This was really, really eye-opening for me.
I had no idea that it could be that simple. Thank you, Brenna.
And do you see how God makes stuff really simple? Water, cloth. Seriously?
Mm-hmm. And natural minerals.
Natural mineral, and it didn't take all of that, but to see when man gets involved, then it becomes, you can see what man does with the food, right? So now he got into the cleaning product business.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And so being able to just having the simple, even historically, the Egyptians used copper to be able to, they knew it was naturally antimicrobial, but they also liked to make jewelry out of it. Silver, historically, in the old days in Europe, when they used to have forks, silver was made, but they would just wipe the fork off and you would leave it in your place setting and walk away. They didn't really wash dishes back then. So knowing the history of metallurgy throughout, as it's gone and progressed through time, hospitals still use silver today for their wound care for burn victims because it's so much more effective than anything else out there. And being able to tackle our surfaces, even some of their utensils used to be silver, so now they have stainless steel, but you still have to disinfect them.
So I have a question for you. Do you have a blog?
I've pondered that. I don't have a blog.
And the reason why I'm asking, because you can share a tip of the week. You can share just what you just shared about copper and silver and how, the history of copper and silver in you. And just tell us one little snippet. It doesn't have to be long, but in order for us to continue hearing about it, you have knowledge that you can share with us. And just a tip of the week, Brenna's tip of the week. We will listen to you. And you can start out by, if you have a Facebook page, you can start out there. And if if you need help, just contact me or Terry or Robin, and we'll help you get that set up. But you have a genius to share, and we need to hear it. Not necessarily, and you can talk about the product too, but you're not necessarily doing it so much for selling the product, because people are going to buy it after they hear you. But just to share your knowledge to help other people, especially other people who have special needs, children, or who have can you imagine all of the children
Caregivers.
that are dealing with childhood diseases, and many of the parents probably, some of it may be attributed to how they're cleaning the house.
Yeah, and actually, from a consumer, the EPA study, women who work in the home have a 54% higher death rate from cancer than women who work outside the home.
And that's probably because of the chemicals, and that is why the state of California puts a tag on everything.
I know. It's like this in hotel lobbies. It tells you the stuff in here.
And we're like, what?
Like, I just want to register.
Yeah. So I do have a resource if anybody would be interested in checking it out. It's a green cleaning, sanitizing, and disinfecting, a curriculum for early child care and education that the California state put out. Is a toolkit compiled and developed by the University of California, San Francisco School of Nursing Institute.
I'm gonna stop you. And the reason why, you need to break that down in English for us. We want to hear from Brenna. Okay, Brenna, I think you tapped your mute button by accident. We want to hear from Brenna. We don't want to hear the state of California and the stats. I like Brenna. Brenna, tell me about how I can keep my home safe. I trust you.
I would be willing to collaborate with you ladies for some guidance on blogging and such, because I'm not familiar with that. Okay. And just a side note, my daughter's been in the hospital for 3 weeks, so I've been sleeping there. Last night I got to sleep in my bed, so
wow,
it's of the essence for me, and I like the idea of promoting my business. I get to offer more one-on-one stuff with individuals, not so much the other.
Okay, so we're going to help you so that you can take care of your family.
Okay.
We're going to help you where you can take care of your family, and you can, because you can do stuff like this and have consultations on Zoom.
Where you don't have to leave the house.
Exactly. Stay at home and take care of your family, but you can still help. And doing a blog does that. You are at home on your computer. We will help you with that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm like, the state of California and UC Davis, I'm like, I don't know them. I know Brenna.
And we understand that you need all of that statistical data, because someone might ask you about it, but when you're just talking to us, we're good. We trust you.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't need, and that's kind of like what we learned in school, that you have to have your supporting documents, show your work. I'm like, okay, whatever. We don't have to have it here.
Okay, so with that, I want to say, guys, it's past the top of the hour. We love you. We thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
If you are watching on the replay, we want to encourage you to share this out, because we need to know how to keep our houses clean, especially with the holidays coming. But you don't know who's coming through there. Okay.
Santa and his friends, we need to make sure that, we clean up after him. And we want to do synthetic-free living. You can live synthetic-free. Brenna just told us how we can do that. And to learn more, it'll be in the chat over on Facebook. We will also put it in the chat on YouTube. Thank you, everybody who's watching by YouTube.
Thank you.
We just want to make sure, reach out to Brenna. And Brenna, we're saying, be well to you and your daughter.
Thank you.
You take some time and get some rest, and make sure you take good care of yourself. And thank you so much for coming in here today to share this with us.
Thank you so much for allowing me the time.
Okay.
We want to be sure to get your information so we can put it in the chat. I'm sure Robin's going to take care of that for us, right, Robin?
Will.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, guys. So
hold on a minute, Brenna. Do you have one more thing?
Yes, I have a special offer for anyone who's interested. Gets 10% off of their order if they order through me, and then also I have a Happily Clean and Green team on Facebook. If you'd like to join that, you'd be able to become a VIP. And for my VIPs, I give you 25% off all the, say, like the most popular stuff, toothpaste, and not laundry detergent, but dish detergent. And the specifics are on there, and I have that as an advertise right at the top.
Okay, so it's Happily Clean
and Green team.
Happily Clean and Green team. Okay, cool. We'll look for that on Facebook. All right, ladies, thank you so much. Everybody stay put for just a moment. Terry, do you have any final words for us?
I want to remind everybody that Biz Chicks is having a presentations class coming up, Present Like a Pro, this Saturday at 10. Also, I want to remind you guys that we love you, and tomorrow we're going to be talking tech with the Tech Divas. And don't forget to go to the front of your own line.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, ladies. Bye-bye.
Stay put.